Hello, everybody. It is Ebontis here. It is June 22nd. We kicked off week 7. The story is getting closer and closer to us seemingly facing Quaria. As you go through and do your override mission, you'll be sent over to Styx, and you got to go through and beat the corrupted version of Styx. There is also, which is why most of you guys are probably here, the Triumph finally showed up for Expedited Expunge Styx. Now, you have to complete Styx in 9 minutes or less. That does not mean you have to do the corrupted version. If you want to go for the Triumph, you could totally turn it to normal. It's a little easier on level, and the taken stuff isn't there, so it should be a bit more manageable. The mechanics will generally be the same, whether you go normal, whether you go corrupted. Just the corrupted, there's a little bit more to the taken stuff that you got to manage, so it is kind of a bit more interesting. If you're going for the Triumph, do normal. I'm just going to show you guys you can get it done in corrupted as well. Now, it does say Champion's Barrier. You don't have to kill the champions. If you're struggling staying alive, maybe they're sniping you, you can bring something with barrier mods, maybe an auto rifle or scout rifle. That's fine, but that's really not required. The only thing I would recommend bringing with you, and I'm going to do this with no exotics, and honestly, hopefully no super if I can help it, but no exotics. If you have exotics, like if you want to smash the boss with Curious of the Falling Star, or Celestial Nighthawk on a Hunter, or put a Nova Bomb into the boss, do it. You're going to put a lot of damage into it, nuke him pretty quickly. I would advise bringing some grenade launcher somewhere. Breach and Clear on your class item will give you that, I think it's 20% damage bonus if you have it on, your special weapon, and then you can switch over to a heavy grenade launcher. That's going to pump out a lot of damage. Swords are hard because it's a Hydra, so you're not going to get as efficient. Rocket launchers are probably going to hit like a truck, but grenade launchers will give you more ammo. So depending on what you're bringing, Breach and Clear is just nice for the damage. If you are running grenade launchers, scavengers, reserve, ammo finders, whatever you got, you don't even have to have Unstoppable on here. You could just switch over if you want your super to come up faster. I could switch over and do this. I could honestly throw on grenade launcher reload speed for a change since I don't need 2 mods. But really, it's up to you. Whatever super, whatever exotic to pair with that super, and really whatever weapons you're comfortable with. If you want to worry about the champions or you need to kill them for triumphs, obviously it's barrier on this one, so scout rifle, auto rifle, it's up to you. The goal in this one is just to be moving. Now, if you're a Titan or, like Lion Rampants or whatever the mobility exotics are, this might be a time. I think it's Stompies for the Hunter, and I forget what the Warlocks are. But if you want something to help with mobility and jumping, maybe fly a little farther, bring your mobility exotics with you. It's really not too bad. There's just a lot of things that come at you, bullets-wise. So it's trying to figure out what you need to kill and what you can skip. And then for the Taken version, the corrupted one, you've got some of the Taken little blasters on the wall that you've got to be aware of. So I'm going to try and take you guys through this one as best as possible. It is a little chaotic, so I might move kind of quickly, but I'll try and explain everything as I go as usual. Again, if you have an exotic, if you have whether it's armor or weapons, and you got a super, use them to make it faster. I'm just hopefully going to show you guys that you can do it in 9 minutes without using any of those, so when you go into it, you can hopefully do it faster. Here we go. All right, so when you load in, it's all about basically just kind of running as fast as possible for this whole thing. Usually when I get to the end of this, it's about 1 minute and 15 seconds. I'm pretty consistent on that one. Now, I will tell you guys, on my Gauntlet, I have everything unlocked. So if you don't, you won't be able to do some of the things I'm going to do. So my recommendation is if you don't have everything unlocked on the Gauntlet, Wire Walker is the bottom left one that will help you with that. Unlock all that stuff. It is, trust me, much more beneficial than you think. So falling down here, slow the fall. I usually barely tap here and I catch that one just to make sure I can get my fall going. Slow the fall. Usually I take damage half the time when I fall there. Slide under here so you don't get smashed. Bump off the ceiling up here. Slide down. And if you time this right, it usually goes fairly smooth. Now you'll see these things come down. You can run kind of straight at them. And then once you get to here, make sure you come out and away from the little guys that'll try and slide you off. And if you time this one right, it should open. There it is. Right about minute 10, minute 15. Now if you can shoot this thing on the way down, it's a little hard to hit. Apparently I can't aim. There we go. Hit your activation here first. Now this one you can just pick up and run. So grab the little activation key. You got about 8 seconds once you pick it up. And all you're trying to do is get it across to here. Use the little melee to cover a bit more ground and dunk it. Same thing once you shoot here. You're going to have more ads. Take the key. Now if you have the activation, you can stand here, get a little time. Now you can once travel straight through that. I don't know if I'd recommend it all the time, but you can actually get around there. Every time you stand on these little cubes, you can give yourself your key a little more time. and you're just trying to get it through here. If you need a little more time, you can stop right here, get a couple seconds, swing over, and dunk the first one. As soon as you dunk, head to the left. This will be open. If you got a grenade, you're going to have some enemies here. It's not a bad time to throw a grenade, try and kill some stuff. Now, I have Wire Walker and the one above that, so I've got all these little platforms. I've also got these little gravity things to shoot me across. Those will speed it up. That's why you want to unlock everything. So here, you're looking just to try and kill as many of these ads as possible. Now, the Goblin is not required. Your goal is just to make sure you kill the Harpies. And this is why it's not a bad idea to get on this platform. Make sure all this stuff dies. And then the next set of ads are going to spawn. What you're looking for, besides a shielded enemy, which is fun, you're looking for a Harpy to spawn, and it's going to eventually show up. Once you kill enough, again, champion is still down. This is the guy you want right here. So if you find the Nexus Guardian, this is going to be the one you need to kill. Once it goes down, you're going to be running another one of these charges. Pick it up. Now here, once you've got this these gravity wells unlocked, that's why you want to open all of the Gauntlet. This will launch you back. Now when you land, there's a little Taken Blast there that wants to ruin your day here. So you can get a little charge, but watch the one in front of you. Try and get out of the way. And then make sure you hit this one right here. If you do die, it's not as big of a deal. And you can even drop it and still pick it back up and keep the timer on it. Now, because I've unlocked it, the key is still here. The only thing you have to do at this point is break this. Now, if you feel like you're going to die, you can junk out. Killed most of the ads. Should be able to grab that. A little ammo. Now I can grab the key and the door is open, so you have to kill the Taken Blight. Come on in here and try and fly over these guys. And then just land as close as you can. And now we're going across. Now the lasers do spin. I try and run kind of straight at the laser as it goes. I did not mean to do that. Guess we're just going here in style. It's a good way to waste a super. So I won't be using that when I go to kill the boss. Or... well, that's a fair... good to know. Watch the lasers, both the ones that are static and the ones that are moving. The moving ones will hurt you a little bit more, so watch those. When you come across this section, if you've got the gravity things unlocked, just drop down here. And this will save you quite a bit of time just jumping across. Keep running. You're going to have this thing trying to detain you. It got me. It's fine. And then once again, you can come in here. Grenades are going to be beneficial. But your goal is to clear out this Blight. Now, you're also going to have 2 Cyclops up there, so be careful about those. So if you want, you can use the Blight for a little bit of cover, then take the Blights out. It's a nice way to do this. That's why reserves are going to be your friend. Grenade. Grenade. You're going to have some more ads to kill. That's why it works to kill these guys. Now, the Blight is done, but you're still looking for the Nexus Guardian, so you got to kill enough guys for it to show up. That is not the Nexus Guardian, standard Harpy. Champion is down below. So again, make sure the Blight guy didn't fall off, just the Champion's down there. There's your Nexus Guardian. So again, kill it as quick as you can. Heavy is a good thing. Want to kill a couple ads, you can, but then we're going to head across. So we're going over here. You can shoot it if you want from here. Now, there's that barrier hobgoblin down there. It's not that big of a deal. Just try not to stand still for too long. Pick this up, and then all you're trying to do is get all the touch points on the way back. So get a little timer recharge, jump up here. Get a little timer recharge, jump up here. And just only stay on each one for a couple of seconds. If you keep traveling between them, you don't need to spend too long on each one. Obviously, the Harpy lasers kind of hurt, so just be careful. And then an easy one to find a little spot to hide is right here. You can get a little cover, and you can come up here. Wait for the lasers to do their thing. If you can get through, I would just take it and run. Wait here for a second for the recharge. If you got to wait on the laser timing, be careful about the flooring. And then head on back. Watch, try and get elevated so you get over that one. And then for your laser run, take a second here. Fill up your timer on that authentication key. And then when you're fully up, get ready for the run. And then we're going to dunk this one. That's a couple seconds if you need it. And then we're going to be on the boss. You got about 2.5 minutes at this point. So again, breach and clear works well. I'm just going to unload an entire clip. Once you get him to about half damage, You will be facing more ads, so just be aware. And you're going to have to break one of those authentication keys. So, again, once you get them to half, try not to dump all your ammo, but it's a good time. And again, remember, he is a Cyclops. So once all the lasers show up, now you're going to be trying to do a little extra. So you got to get over all of these things. So use the little corner pillars to run. Same thing here. You just got to get this to the back of the room. So easiest way to do it. If you can, touch on the top of some of these. Now, I went through the lasers there and took some damage. I wouldn't advise that, but it is manageable once. Now, again, I've got 2.5 minutes, or a minute and a half to kill the boss. All I'm going to do is breach and clear and unload a couple clips of heavy. And again, if you got to move around the room depending on what the ads are doing. Reload heavy, and this should pretty much kill him if I can get a shot at him. Couple hobgoblins, look at me. There you go. 7:55, give you a minute to spare. I don't even know if that was flawless or not, but seemed to go fairly smooth. And again, if you're farming those corrupted keys, which kind of slowly drop throughout the world, you can have 5 of them. These are the things, for one, you can get a Pinnacle by doing this 3 times, but 2, you can get those weapons like this that have double perks in the final column, or armor that has, fairly high stat rolls to it. So definitely spend some time, try and do a couple corrupted ones. Okay, I don't know why I got like 5 engrams there, but that works. So let's get back to orbit and we will wrap this thing up. That was actually a fairly smooth run for you guys. But if you're going for the 9-minute triumph, you don't have to do the taken version. Remember that. You can do the normal version. Same mechanics apply. Pick up the little thing. Every time you stop at one of the little floating boxes, you can refill your timer. Just the taken one's a little more chaotic. You can do the challenge either way, but you do have to do this at least one time for the quest mission this week. So hopefully that helps, but let's get back to orbit. We'll wrap this up. So that pretty much covers it. As I said, if you have an exotic, be it weapon or piece of armor that you want to use that and do more damage. I'm just showing you that you can do it without any of those things. And then also if you're going for triumphs, remember, if you're going for 10 minutes, or 9 minutes for Styx, I should say, you can do it normal or corrupted. Either one of them counts. But if you're doing corrupted, remember you're trying to use the corrupted keys. These guys that you can get through doing whatever you need to. And they're going to be the ones that give you the better loot. And the better loot comes from your gauntlet. So you will need the corrupted chest I'm talking about. If you check your Splicer gauntlet, this one over here, the corrupted access, lets you do the corrupted expunge. But then you've got vulnerability exploit. This is the one, if you have it on tier 3, you can open the corrupted vex chest 3 times. And it's going to drop you again that high stat or double perk rolls 3 per week. So hopefully this video helps you guys out. This is for Expunge Styx. This is the expedited version since we knocked it out in less than 9 minutes. And I think next week we'll be doing the corrupted Expunge Tartarus. So we'll be running through that one as well next week, so stay tuned for that. If you did enjoy this video, drop a like below. If you have comments about anything, loadouts that you guys want to use, any exotics that help, obviously the big ones are obvious, but if there's other stuff as well, comment below. If you guys are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and the alert bell. For one, it's a nice way to support the channel. 2, future videos from me hopefully make it to your YouTube feed. You guys can find me on Twitter at Ebontis and also streaming on Twitch. I recorded this live, so shout out to everybody watching me. And then also I stream a variety of stuff outside of Tuesdays as well. Thank you guys. Have a good one. I'll see you soon.